A quick new idea, daily, from the world's greatest TEDx talks. I'm your host, Atossa Leoni, and this is TEDx Shorts. When you're out with a loved one, do you pay attention to the sweet, simple ways you show affection in public? A kiss, a long embrace, holding hands. These are carefree actions for many, but for others, they can be uncomfortable and even dangerous. Today, we hear from activist and famed Irish drag queen Panti, who says that just existing out in the world as LGBTQ can in and of itself be considered a revolutionary political act.
I am 45 years old, and I have never once unselfconsciously held hands with a lover in public. Every day I see young straight couples walking through the park and they are casually holding hands, and I am jealous of them. I see like a teenage couple at a bus stop and she is leaning into him and her hand is in his and both of their hands are tucked into his jacket pocket for warmth, and I am jealous of that teenage couple. I will sometimes see a man, unconsciously put his hand, a protective arm, around his girlfriend, and she will link her fingers through his, and I am jealous of that. Maybe you're on Grafton Street and you'll see an older lady and she gestures to draw her husband's attention to something in the window, and without even thinking, he just takes her hand and they stand there peering into the window, discussing whatever it is that drew their attention, and their hands are just carelessly joined together, and I am jealous of that. Because gay people do not get to hold hands in public without first considering the risk. Gay people do not get to put an arm through another arm or put a hand on a boyfriend's waist without first considering what the possible consequences might be. We look around to see where are we, who's around, is it late at night, what kind of area is it? Are there bored teenagers hanging around looking for amusement? Are there bunches of lads standing outside a pub? And if we decide that, okay, maybe it's okay, well then we do hold hands. But the thing is that now those hands are not casual and thoughtless. They are now, considered and weighed. But we stroll on hand in hand, trying to be just normal and carefree, just like everybody else. But actually, we're not, because we are constantly scanning the pavement ahead, just in case. And then even if we do see, a group of blokes coming towards us, maybe we will decide sort of silently to continue holding hands, defiantly. But now, our small, intimate gesture between two people in love is no longer a small, intimate gesture. It is a political act of defiance, and it has been ruined. And anyway, then you sort of think, well, we've had such a lovely afternoon, poking around in that garden center, looking at things for the garden we don't actually have. And then you think, all it will take is one spat faggots or a split lip to turn that really lovely afternoon into a bad afternoon that you will never want to remember. And even if you are somewhere where you think, it's perfectly fine here, nobody here is going to react badly to our tiny gesture. I don't know, say you're wandering through a posh department store. Even then, people will notice. Now, they may only notice because they're thinking, oh, isn't it nice to see two gays holding hands in public? But they still notice. And I don't want them to notice. Because then our small, intimate, private, little human gesture has been turned into a statement, and I don't want it to be turned into a statement. Our little private gesture, like Schrodinger's cat, is altered simply by being observed. We live in this sort of homophobic world, and you might think that a small little thing like holding hands in public, well, it's just a small thing. And you're right, it is indeed just a small thing. But it is one of many small things that make us human. And there are lots of small things every day that LGBT people have to put up with that other people don't have to put up with. Lots of small things that we have to put up with in order to be safe or not to be the object of ridicule or scorn. And we are expected to put up with those things and just thank our blessings that we don't live in a country where we could be imprisoned or executed for being gay. And we are so used to making those small adjustments every day that even now we rarely ourselves even notice that we're doing it, because it is just part of the background of our lives, this constant malign presence that we have assimilated. And I am fed up putting up, so I'm not anymore. Putting up is exhausting. 45 years old. I was born 6 months before the Stonewall riots, and you have had 45 years to work out that despite appearances, I am just as ordinary, just as unremarkable, and just as human as you are. I'm 45 years old, and I am not asking anymore. I am just being.
Panti is a popular drag queen and LGBTQ activist in Ireland. The TEDx talk you just listened to was recorded in Dublin, Ireland on September 13, 2014. All TEDx events are independently organized by volunteers who believe in TED's mission of ideas worth spreading. Thanks to the organizing team at TEDxDublin. Want to listen to more TEDx talks? Explore the entire archive on the TEDx YouTube channel. I'm Atossa Leoni. Thanks for listening, and see you tomorrow.